Hi, I'm John Krieger. Today we're going to be talking about motivation and motivational styles. So let's take a look at motivation from two different perspectives. One of a perspective of fear and the other perspective of goals. In order for you to feel comfortable, what do you need to do? You need to get rid of something or do something to relieve the pressure on you. If you have someone holding a deadline over your head or a bill to pay, and you take the bill and you pay the bill, you put it in the mailbox, then you can forget about it for 30 days. And then 30 days later, you get another bill, and guess what? You're motivated once again to pay it. Why? Somebody out there is demanding something of you. When you're looking at fear focused motivation, you're relying on someone else to motivate you. And that realistically is very disempowering. It's not empowering. I think it's important to look at that and say, who do you want to hold the power? Do you want other people to hold the power over you? Or do you want to hold the power yourself to where you can decide where you want to go? Also, with fear focused motivation, externally focused, everything is outside of you. You're not the one controlling the motivation, you're not the one who's directing it. You're not saying how much it's going to be or how little it's going to be, but it's totally externally focused. You're constantly reacting to somebody else. And I don't know about you, but I don't like having to react to other people. I want to make some decisions for myself. So we have to look at it and say, what do we really want here? It also has a limited duration. As soon as you pay the bill, what happens to the motivation? Yep, motivation's gone, limited duration. It's only there as long as something is pushing you. What's pushing you? And do you want to maintain that, or do you want to have more control yourself? Now, when you think about it being self centered, it's external. Somebody out there is doing it to us. Isn't that kind of a self centered approach? I want to get rid of it for myself, so I appease someone else. It tends to be very self centered because we're trying to take care of ourselves, but we always are appeasing other people to make that happen. So this is, to me, what fear focused motivation is all about. Is it's making us feel better by meeting somebody else's need. Isn't that weird? We got to look at it also, it puts us at risk, because as soon as you take care of the fear, right? As soon as you allay the fears, what happens to the motivation? It goes down. So what does that do for us? To me, it doesn't do anything for us, it does something to us. It takes our power away. To be motivated, what happens is you really have to be dependent. You get to the point where you become dependent upon that outside force to give you what you need to stay motivated. Is that really what you want? I don't think so. Think about, what do you want and how do you want to approach this in a way that's actually going to serve you better? I think we need to look at goals and look at the power that the motivation that we want, basically coming from ourselves, not toward ourselves. Fear focused motivation is something that's pushing us towards something. I don't want to be pushed. I want to see something that I want enough that I actually want to go after it. So when you talk about goal focused motivation, really that's what you're talking about, is something that's personally owned by me or by you or by anybody who sets that goal and says, I want to achieve it. So we want it to be personally owned. I own it. I'm dependent upon, what I think or what I feel or what I do is going to take me either closer to it or further away from it. And because of that, what you have is you have sustained longevity. The goal stays there for a period of time. Why? You're looking at something that gives you an opportunity to have a trajectory towards something that you want to achieve. The other thing about this is, and I don't know if you've ever climbed a mountain or driven up the side of a mountain at all, but at the bottom of the mountain, you can't see a lot. There's a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, a lot of things that are just in your way. As you start driving up it, what happens is the trees and the bushes get thinner, so you can start seeing a little more around you. You can still see the big mountain or whatever it is you're driving up, but as you're going up it, what happens is the vision becomes better. As the vision becomes better, you can see more of where you're going. Same thing happens in life. When you have a goal that's a sustained goal over a period of time, what happens is as you work toward the goal, you begin to see more opportunities, more things that you could do, more things that are available to you. So when you think about that, it makes you want to reach a little further. And it becomes very individually empowering because now I'm in a place where I can see what I've done. I can see where what I want to do next, and maybe even as I'm working with this, I can see what I want to do next. Wouldn't that be neat to have a succession of things that you want to accomplish that are laid out for you in front of you that doesn't require some type of somebody pushing you toward them or something that feels uncomfortable? So as we look at it, it tends to be very self-reinforcing. The more I do, the more I want to do because I see the possibilities in it. And as I look at the possibilities, guess what? I can see more for myself. I can see more for other people. And as I continue to do this, it does become somewhat altruistic because now I'm not only thinking about myself, but I'm thinking of other people. How can I help others along the path as they're doing what they're doing also? And this is really, I can honestly tell you, this is why I do the work that I do, why I got into coaching, because I would like to see other people become successful. I would like to see other people become happy in their lives to where they're no longer feeling like something's pushing them toward a goal, but something is basically pulling them along toward it. That almost magnetic pull that you feel, that when you see what you can have or do have, and you realize that I can have just a little more, and I'm not talking about necessarily stuff, but I'm just talking about being more in yourself. One of the things that you'll find is that the more you do for other people, the more it comes back to you, the better you feel about yourself. And to me, this is amazing as we go into this because it's just again self-reinforcing. And then it becomes self-sustaining because it continues to pull you along as you continue to do this. If this is of interest to you, let me know because we can help you to do this. We can help you to get there. We can help you to develop a process that will not only allow you to see what you want to accomplish, but how you develop the plan to take you from where you are to where you want to be. I'd like you to meet someone. Let me step over here for a second and see if you can meet this guy. Now, he looks an awful lot like me. Well, there's a reason for that. He is me. But this is me on the Great Wall of China. And I had never in my life thought I would ever be in a place like this. But I got invited here to do some teaching in China back several years ago. And it drove home something for me. And it's kind of what I have written here, right? Most individuals don't fail because they don't try. Most fail because they don't reach high enough. When you're willing to take the risk to become more than what you are, suddenly you'll realize that there's more possibilities out there for you. So what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to realistically step into that person, right? And become that person that you can be. I would encourage you to think about what I've talked about here today. To think about, can we help you to move yourself from where you are to where you want to be? And if that sounds like something that might be even of interest to you, get back to me, email me, call me, however you want to do it, text me. That's any of those ways are fine. But reach out, and I look forward to hearing from you. We only work with a certain number of people per year, so please don't delay. But get back to me. Let me know what I can do to help you out here. And it's kind of neat when you can move into that person that you want to be. You take care. Be well.